report. So next week, Bismarck City leaders want to hear from you about how to plan for the next 20 years around the city. So we have Bismarck City Commissioner Sean Oban in with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming in to talk about it.
Yes.
So we're talking about the strategic plan for the city. Let's first talk about when the last time a plan was put together and kind of what it encompasses.
All right. So the original plan was started in 2011, and then it kind of got put on hold a little bit because we had some flood issues that were going on in the community.
Right, that rings a bell.
Yeah. So, but it was finished up in 2012, and it was really an idea of what were the priorities of the community, what were the areas of town that we wanted to focus on, what were the priorities of how we wanted to move forward. And so at that time, they collected information and came up with a strategic plan that was adopted by the commission in 2012. And so now we are 6 years later, and it's time to look at that plan to see what was accomplished, what were the things that still may need work, and then, take a look at the community and see what we want.
Now, in the process of this, you want to look beyond just the commission itself. You want to be asking all members of our community to weigh in on this. So you guys are doing a series of events and meetings where you're reaching out to the community to get input, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Commissioner Zanker and I are co-chairing it, and it's been our position all along that this is not a strategic plan for the city, created by the commission. It's a plan for the entire community, so we want as much input as possible. So we had a booth set up at the street fair in September and gathered information there. We've had, we have a website with a survey, bismarckstrategy.com, and we encouraged everybody to go in and complete that survey. We've had small groups of specific leaders coming in and providing their feedback. Next week I'm going into some high schools and making sure that students have a say in what they want, and then we're taking all of that and then at this town hall on November 1st, kind of putting that out forward, and then folk get that last chance to weigh in.
I just want to add, it's great that you're talking with students. If you're talking about the next 20 years of the city, 2038, those students will then be contributing members to our society.
You have to ask the kids.
Absolutely.
And they will be as honest as anybody in what they want.
Good, which is just what you need.
What we want, yep.
Okay, so speaking about the next big opportunity for you to get your say in, coming up on November 1st, next week, you guys are holding this town hall meeting. Tell me about what that's going to be like. Is it going to be a real open forum where you can discuss your ideas?
It's going to be, the first 30 minutes or so is going to be presenting the information that we gathered from all of these surveys and from these groups. And then it's going to be an opportunity for everybody to weigh in. I mean, it's going to be, we're hoping to get 200-300 folks there at least to weigh in and give their final 2 cents.
Good. Well, let's get the information up on the screen for you guys. We have a graphic that shows you when and where it's happening at the BSC National Energy Center of Excellence. November 1st in the evening. You can get more information on bismarckstrategy.com. So it will be a great informational meeting. You mentioned this survey a couple of times. So is that still open?
It is still open. It's going to be open all the way until November 1st. So, you don't want to be the person that says, this plan came out and I don't think I had an opinion on it. Everybody has the opportunity to go in and complete that survey, and all of that information is being taken into consideration. So go to Bismarck Strategy and fill out that survey.
Great.
Have a voice.
And I wanted to note too, you said to me it's all for all stakeholders of the city of Bismarck. You don't necessarily have to be a resident.
No, if you are coming to Bismarck, we'd like to have your opinion too, because it is. We talk about community being, people that live in Bismarck, but community encompasses even more than that.
Absolutely. Well, I love that note, and thanks for what you're doing. Hope you get your chance to weigh in and have your say.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. We'll be back with more of the Noon Report after this break.